My dear friend, before I share with you some of the knowledge I've learned over the years, may I kindly ask you not to forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. My friend, have you ever woken up in the morning, placed your feet on the floor, and realized your legs just don't feel as steady as they used to? Maybe a little trembling when you stand up, a sudden cramp in the middle of the night, or simply that heavy, sluggish feeling when you walk. If you've ever felt that way, rest assured, you're not alone. I've worked with thousands of patients over the age of 50 all across the United States, and most of them have shared the same stories with me. I remember one patient, Mary, who is now 72. She told me, "Doctor, what I fear the most is the middle of the night. When I'm deep asleep, a cramp in my calf jolts me awake. It's not just painful, it keeps me up the whole night." When I looked into her eyes, I saw not only exhaustion, but also fear that her legs would no longer be strong enough to carry her through a walk in the park, or even down the staircase in her own home. Have you ever felt the same? Legs that have carried us for decades suddenly become the very thing we worry about each day. We often assume age is the sole culprit, that weakness, cramps, or osteoporosis are inevitable. But science tells us otherwise. Growing older does not have to mean weak, unreliable legs. I want you to imagine this instead. You wake up in the morning, step out of bed, and your legs feel as steady as the roots of a tree. You take a walk around your neighborhood, soaking in the morning sun, feeling strong and free in every step. No more fear of falling, no more sudden nighttime cramps. Just you, and legs full of energy, carrying you wherever you want to go. That is absolutely possible if we know how to nourish the body the right way. In my 30-plus years as a physician, I've realized something important. There is no magic pill to keep our legs strong forever. But there is a secret, simple yet often overlooked. It's nutrition, the small, invisible nutrients that become the foundation for our muscles, bones, and nervous system to work in harmony. We've all heard about supplements, about calcium or vitamin D. But few people understand that true leg strength is like a symphony, 10 nutrients working together to create power. Vitamin D strengthens the bones, magnesium relaxes the muscles, and B12 ensures the nerves send clear signals. Together, like instruments in an orchestra, they create strong, flexible legs free from the fear of cramps. I once had another patient, John, 68 years old. He was a retired teacher who loved hiking. But in recent years, the pain and cramps grew so bad that he had to give up his favorite pastime. When I tested him, his vitamin D and magnesium levels were severely low. After adjusting his diet and supplementing wisely, just 3 months later he was back to walking every morning. He told me, "Doctor, it feels like I've been given my youth back. Every step now is a joy." You see, it doesn't take complicated treatments or expensive solutions. By simply paying attention to how we nourish our bodies, your legs can regain their natural strength. And today, I want to share with you the 10 golden nutrients, the silent companions that are so essential. They don't just prevent cramps or reduce the risk of falling, they bring you steadiness, freedom, and peace of mind in every step you take. But before we dive into the details, I want you to ask yourself, what are my legs telling me right now? Are they warning me of something missing? Am I truly listening to them enough? Your answer will be the first step on your journey of change. When we talk about our legs, most of us think of muscles, bones, or maybe a comfortable pair of shoes. But the real strength of your legs comes from the tiny nutrients you take in every single day. And I want to tell you about each of these companions. Vitamin D, the sunlight in your legs. I call vitamin D the sunlight in your legs because it fuels your bones and muscles. I've seen too many patients become shaky and prone to falling simply because they lacked vitamin D. Once, I asked a woman in her 70s, "Do you spend time in the sun?" She smiled sadly, "No, I mostly stay indoors." As a result, her muscles weakened, and her bones thinned rapidly. But after just 20 minutes of daily morning walks in the sun, plus some dietary changes, within months she could climb stairs confidently without holding onto the railing. Magnesium, the rhythm of muscle relaxation. If vitamin D is the light, magnesium is the rhythm. Have you ever been jolted awake at night by a painful leg cramp? That's often a cry for magnesium. One elderly man told me, "Doctor, every night I wake up because of cramps." After adding pumpkin seeds, spinach, and a simple magnesium supplement, his sleep became peaceful. The next morning he smiled and said, "I'm no longer afraid of the night." Calcium, the foundation of your legs. You can't talk about leg strength without calcium. It's like the cement that holds a house together. Without it, the house crumbles. Did you know a single fall can break a hip in an older adult, sometimes taking away independence forever? But with proper calcium, from milk, tofu, sardines, and leafy greens, bones grow denser, legs grow sturdier. I always remind my patients, don't just drink milk. Walk, lift light weights, so the calcium actually gets into your bones. Vitamin B12, the voice of your nerves. Strong legs don't just need muscle, they need nerves that clearly carry every command from the brain. B12 keeps those wires from short-circuiting. Without it, your legs may feel heavy, numb, or unsteady. One patient told me, "Doctor, my legs just don't listen to me anymore." Tests confirmed a severe B12 deficiency. After just a few months of supplementation, he called me, voice trembling with joy, "I can walk again. I'm not afraid of falling anymore." Potassium, the cool breeze calming cramps. Do you remember those nights when your calf seized up painfully? Sometimes, that's your body pleading for potassium. It helps muscles contract and relax smoothly. I often recommend bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, or beans. One older gentleman laughed and told me, "Doctor, since I started eating baked sweet potatoes at night, the cramps are gone." Vitamin K, the quiet conductor. Vitamin K is like a silent conductor, directing calcium to the right place, into bones instead of arteries. It strengthens bones, keeps joints flexible, and lowers the risk of osteoporosis. I had one patient whose knees were so stiff she could hardly walk. But after adding spinach, kale, and a little cheese rich in vitamin K, her joints began to loosen and her steps grew lighter. Vitamin B6, the fuel of endurance. We often forget that muscles need oxygen to perform. Vitamin B6 helps create red blood cells, the little cars carrying oxygen to each fiber of muscle. Without it, fatigue comes too quickly. One patient sighed, "I get exhausted after only a few minutes of walking." After adding salmon, bananas, and potatoes, his stamina slowly returned. Protein, the building blocks of muscle. As we age, muscles shrink day by day. Protein is the brick that rebuilds them. I once asked a woman in her mid-60s, "Are you eating enough meat, fish, or eggs?" She replied, "I'm afraid of cholesterol, so I eat very little." No wonder her muscles grew weak. But when she learned balance, adding fish, eggs, beans, and nuts, she found herself rising from a chair with ease, no longer struggling. Omega-3, the oil that keeps joints moving. This is one nutrient I always emphasize. Omega-3 acts like lubrication, reducing inflammation, keeping blood vessels and joints flexible. One gentleman suffered from chronic knee pain so badly he gave up fishing. But with omega-3 from salmon and walnuts, he returned to his favorite riverbank, casting lines with legs that felt light once again. Zinc, the silent repairman. Finally, zinc, the nutrient that repairs muscle tissue, builds endurance, and supports the immune system. Many patients who ate little seafood or pumpkin seeds lacked zinc, leaving their muscles slow to heal after activity. When they replenished it, their legs quickly came back to life, moving with newfound ease. You see, each nutrient is like a puzzle piece. Only when they all come together does the picture of strong, resilient legs become complete. And the best part? Most of them can be found right in your everyday meals. My friend, if you've listened this far, perhaps you feel the same as I do, that health is never accidental. It's the sum of small choices, repeated every single day. Choosing salmon over fatty red meat. Choosing a bowl of greens instead of skipping dinner. Choosing to step into the sunlight instead of staying in a dark room. Your legs, which may have carried you through decades of life, are still waiting for your care. I want you to imagine, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, will your legs still be strong enough to walk with your grandchildren, to climb your own stairs, or simply to stand steady while you cook a warm family meal? One patient once told me, "Doctor, I thought health was only for the young. Once old, there's nothing we can do." But after he changed his diet and added the missing nutrients, he called me with excitement, "Now I feel young again. I'm no longer afraid of the night or of stumbling." You can give that gift to yourself, starting today. Don't wait until sharp pain or a sudden fall reminds you that it's too late. If you found these insights helpful, please give this video a like, and more importantly, share it with friends and family. A small reminder like this could help someone keep their legs strong for many more years. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, age may bring silver hair and wrinkles, but your legs, if nourished the right way, can still stand firm, still carry you through the full journey of life. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep walking gently, but with confidence.